Hello, guys. Welcome back to another podcast.
Welcome back to Spill the Beans podcast. Sorry for those headphone users if I just blew your ears out. But here we are. We're back. And yeah.
Guys, get excited because it's a Friday morning. You're on your way to the last day of work of the week. You're on your way to the last. Oh, everyone's already out of school, so no school. Summer is here. Let's get the vibes going. Come on.
The first day of summer officially starts on Monday. So you guys got to do something about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, today we are going to bring you a podcast, obviously, and we are going off of a comment that was left on our last podcast. And do we just go right into it, or did you have something to say?
Let's go right into it because we do have a lot of emails, and before they stack up and se hagan más y se hagan viejos, we're just going to tackle them right away.
Yep, so let me start with this comment. And it says, question for Jonathan. You're a guy and I want your opinion. So me and my man bought a house and we're pregnant, and he has a single mom working at a restaurant. Well, when he moved in with me, his mom made him give her $150 a month for her rent, and as his brother too, and he has a family also. Well, because of that, I don't agree, because she's here in the U.S. She can ask for more hours, and she puts the excuse that she can't because her back hurts. Well, because he hands out the $150, I don't pay the utility bills. We pay $1,500 for rent, so I'd only give him $500. But I hate how his mom says I'm done taking care of my kids, so they have to take care of me. So basically says F his bills, F you, he has to help me still. And because of that, I want to stop helping him so he can be like, okay, I can't keep giving my mom free money just because she wants it. I have to pay my stuff first. And do you guys think I'm being a B? I want to help him. It's not in me to not chip in, but he basically tells me I'm gonna keep helping her and with her rent, basically saying I don't care what you say or think. And what do you guys think about this? Am I being a B if I stop helping him, or just worry about what we need at home, like groceries and that stuff? Oh, I also pay my own cell bill and car. Please help. There were no dots, no commas or anything, so my own. But yeah, babe, this was a question for you, so go ahead.
All right, girls, listen up nice and well. So look, there's two parts to this, obviously, coming from a man, coming from a son, coming from a husband, and it has to be first part. I'm gonna start off with the first part, babe.
Okay.
Once you start a new family and you make that commitment to marry another human being and raise a family, I don't know, do they have kids?
Yes.
Of their own?
She's pregnant, I think.
Okay, so now that you and the little baby become his responsibility and his responsibility only. If he's man enough to stick it in you and create a life in you and want to marry you and get down on one knee and propose to you, then that means that you become that new priority, that new woman in his life. So now it should be you, then his mom. I understand there are a lot of, I can't speak from experience because me and my mom aren't that close in terms of, what do they call those, baby mamas or boy moms, or what is
Mommy boys?
Mommy's
boys. Boy?
Yeah, mommy's boy. I know there are a lot of fellas out there that, they love their mom and they have a good relationship with them. But this is where the second part comes in, and this is where it's going to be a little, but it was that mom's responsibility and that mom's, will to have a better life for herself before she came to that age of not being able to work so much. Let me explain. Because that mom should have, it comes normal that our kids, like me and my siblings, we're going to love and take care of my mom. Like, when she stops working, obviously she's not going to have to worry about another penny. Hopefully, that's the goal for a mom, to raise kids to the point where the kids take care of her. I understand where she's coming from, but I don't think that she should exigir eso. You know what I mean? Especially knowing that his son has a wife and a kid coming, because si lo tiene que well, I just said it. Exigir, then she didn't do a good job in raising that son and the other siblings that your husband might have. If she has to say that now she deserves it, then she didn't really do a good job, because I know my mom personally, and my mom personally would never ask for money, would never ask for something, no matter in what situation she might be. We would just do it out of our own free will, because that's, because we love her. And So I think they're like both him are at fault because you become that new priority. And if he's not willing to accept that, then he should have never married you. You know, if his mom's still gonna be the first person, then he should have just, you guys should have just stayed dating or single or whatever, and then he can take care of his mom that way. Because now you have to, you know, you're gonna make a life. Cause you said she's pregnant, right?
Yes.
You're gonna make a life. That in itself is a job. Like, I know a lot of moms out there that are pregnant and still work, but you shouldn't. You know, your man should be able to take care of you. Because, and look, for all the moms luchonas out there, like, no, I can still work. I get it, but you have a big job already of making a life, so you should take care of yourself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So there, your husband should take care of you first before his or her mom. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, and Jonathan is emphasizing a lot, like, oh, he chose to marry you, but we're talking about even if you guys aren't actually like legally married or through the church, the fact that you are having his baby, the fact that you guys live in a home together and that you're pitching in money to help him, that should be enough for you to be his first priority, regardless if you're married or not. And also, from my point of view, just like Jonathan said, our parents would never ask for anything from us. Everything that we do for our parents just comes out of love and because we want to take care of them, right? But also, if you want to help your parents, I feel like that's something different than them asking you for money, especially when maybe she knows that he doesn't have that extra $150 to give her because you guys just got a new house, because you guys have to pay rent and you have to pay groceries and all of that, and because you're also having a baby. So I feel like at that point, you're not being a B because you are going to stop helping him. You're just putting it into perspective and telling him, if I don't help you, do you have enough money to still give her the $150 a month and then plus pay for the groceries and the utility bills on top of that? So I don't think you're being mean. I think you're just putting him into perspective. Also, if he doesn't have that money to give, I just don't think it's right for the mom to be asking him for the money. And that's my opinion.
Oh, here comes Chai.
Here comes.
She's back in town. Hi, Mama.
And she's a cuddler.
Hi, Mama. Okay, come here. You need to lay down because we're doing a podcast. But yeah, Chai's back in town, guys. She's off her heat, so she can officially be here with us again. I missed her. She missed us. And, yeah.
She's not really off her heat yet. She's still fertile, but we're still taking care of them. She's not bleeding anymore. And that is the update. We have our child back. She's also obsessed with Jonathan, if you can't tell.
A lot of people say, you know, I want to address this. A lot of people say, why, you know, in your eyes, you might be like, why are you so obsessed with your dog and stuff like that? But I don't see, you know, a human. Like, I'd rather stay in with my dogs than go out to, you know, an event or something. And that's just me, because why? You know, it's not, I don't see it as my dogs and then other people or friends. I see them all as living things. And the fact that this living thing makes me happier, loves me more than all the other fake people out there in this world, it's just like, that's why I love her so much.
And also, to the dogs, we are their entire world. Like, we're all they know. So when we leave, I feel like they get confused. They don't know if we're going to come back, because I feel like they don't know if we're leaving them for a week because we're on a trip, or if we're leaving them for 10 minutes because we're going to the grocery store.
Anyways, okay, babe, next one. Let's
okay.
Get this ball rolling.
Well, that was our advice. I don't know. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, and if you're married, if you're not married, what your point of view is. Because
yeah, the comments are always open, guys. Remember, we want to make this, you know, a positive comment section. I like how a lot of you guys out there, you might not agree with me and you let me know that, but you do it in a very nice way.
Yes,
you know,
that's very nice.
I appreciate that, because there are a lot of people that just come at us like, no, well, my husband loves this mom, so, you know, like, no, there's no black and white in this world. You know, there's no yes or no. There's, like, you know, circumstances. Is his mom sick? You know, so come on, use common sense.
Yeah. Also, I do want to remind you guys, if you are sending in emails, we prefer that you do bullet points and that you summarize your story the most that you can, because that is gonna be most likely for us to read. Sometimes I know that you guys need to vent and you guys send like 3-page essays, and those are not likely to be read because then we're going to spend the entire podcast reading them. So I really do suggest summarizing the best you can and using bullet points the best you can. Okay, this is a question. This is, when do you just stop and walk away from an argument, or how do you communicate with each other when you know a conversation is going to get ugly or is already ugly and you're yelling at each other? What do you do then?
What do you do, babe?
I think you walk away. You walk away to separate rooms of the house and don't talk until one of you apologizes.
No, guys, obviously it all depends on the person, right? Me, myself, well, neither of us are really good communicators. I know we give a lot of advice on communication, and let me get the. It's not that we're being fake and that we tell you to communicate and we don't do it, but we've learned that our way is to give us some space, some time,
Yes.
and then laugh about it, or if it's serious, then we talk about it. Because what's the point if you guys are both have strong personalities, then we like us, we just end up yelling and see who yells louder, and then it's like no one's right. So yeah. And I can be I explode. I just see red when I'm mad. So I rather just because in that time, guys, when I'm mad, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill her.
No, when he's mad, he's like, what is the thing I can say to hurt her the most?
Yeah. So then in 10 minutes, guys, like my body just switched. I'm like, whoa, like I can't believe I was that mad. Like that's fucking crazy. So I've learned to walk away, give some time, and then if it's still really bothering me, then I do want to talk to her about it because I'm not gonna be comfortable.
Yeah. And I feel like you also shouldn't define how much time. Like maybe you need a whole day to cool off. Maybe you need 10 minutes. Maybe it depends. You have to measure how bad and ugly the things got. But also you just have to walk away, because if the conversation gets ugly, both of you are going to say things that you don't mean, and it's going to make the makeup worse or harder. Bless you. Hello, Blanca and Jonathan. Before anything, I want to say how I watch your videos since day one and have a big supporter of you guys. I love you so much. We love you too, girl. I need advice. So I just ended my 4-year relationship because he always kept on saying that he didn't know what he wanted. It's been a year since the breakup, and he recently messaged me saying that he wants me back in his life, but he doesn't want to have a relationship until he feels ready, but still wants me by his side. What should I do? I still love him, but I don't want to keep getting hurt. Don't do it, girl. Please don't go back. It's been a year, and I think you should keep trying to move on, because he's just being selfish at this point. He wants to play games. He's not ready for a relationship, but he wants you in his life. That's basically saying that he's not really ready for a relationship, but he also doesn't want you to move on and be happy. So
yeah, guys, I called that one the frozen chicken in the refrigerator. Let me explain. Because we've been there, and a lot of people that I've talked to, that I've been friends with, have the same toxic trait. You want to have fun, you want to live your 20s, your teens, but you don't want that person to move on or have fun, so you want to keep them frozen. In the perfect world, that guy you're talking to, your ex-boyfriend, he would like to put you in a freeze chamber, freeze you, go have fun, and then when he's ready to settle down, he's going to unfreeze you. But listen here, honey buns. That's not possible. That's not right humanely. So you can't just do that. I'm sorry. He's either with you or he's not. We don't do no frozen chickens in the fridge right now, or at all.
Or ever.
So like, and it's your life. How is he going to go out there, live life, be happy, and you're the one that's sad?
And expect you to wait for him until he's ready.
Like, do you not cherish your own life that much? It's your life. You're going to waste your teens, or I don't know how old you are. Even if you waste 1 month of agony, that's 1 month you're never going to get back. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Please, girls out there, cherish your life more. I'm not here to make this sentimental or gloopy or sad, but it's your life too. That guy's out there sticking his weenie in every girl he can find while you're over here crying and, whatever, and telling your girls about him. Come on. Value yourself more. What would your dad think about that, His little girl crying over some piece of shit. Like, come on. I've been there. We've been there. Frozen turkey tactic. They try that shit all the time.
Yep, unfortunately.
I've had friends that tell me straight up, like, used to, like, Jonathan, I freaking love this girl, but I can't stop my whole phase. I'm like, don't you just wish you could put her in a freezer? And he's like, yes, dude, that's exactly. And then ever since he told me that, like, my friend, I remember who it was, it's like, yes, that's exactly what I want, like, freezer, and then when I'm done, like, have her, but no, how are you gonna freeze another human being? And I mean that metaphorically, like, make her stay at home sad and not talk to anyone.
Yep. Also, don't make the years in the relationship define it. Like, I'm sure you're going back to the best times of your life in those 4 years, and that you're saying maybe we can work this out again. Just don't do it. Don't dwell on the past. You guys broke up for a reason, and keep it that way. And I think you're gonna be happy regardless. So I think you should just stop replying to him, girl, please. Yeah. This one says, I'm going to make this short and simple. I live with my boyfriend of 3 years. I was madly in love when we first met, and as the years went on, But ever since we moved in together, I noticed that I might not want to be with him for the rest of my life. Not because of anything he did, it just doesn't feel right anymore. The guilt eats me alive every day because I know he truly is in love and he talks about our future all the time. I don't know what to do. Our lease is up in November. By the way, I love you guys and I love your podcast. We love you too, girl.
Yes, I'm happy this one came up, babe.
Why?
You know why? Because we're always preaching about this shit. We're always saying, don't listen to your mom and dad. They're very wise people. But back in our day, our folks, what would they do? They'd get married and then move in with each other.
Yep.
And then because of God and because of religion and because of their parents being old-fashioned, divorce is not an option, or leaving him is not an option because you're married now.
And they would stay in those unhappy relationships.
Sad for the rest of 50 plus years.
Yep.
So please, guys, if you get something from this podcast and you really like a guy, you really like a girl, fellas out there, it's not the same when you move in.
Yes.
Porque cuando they pick you up in their nice car, ya vienen bañaditos, ya vienen perfumados, ya vienen bien con los dientes lavados. It's a whole different ball game when you wake up in the morning.
100%.
All
And
right?
also, you don't know, maybe they have their car super duper clean, but then you move in, they're messy, they don't want to help with the chores, they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that. And then that's when you're like, holy crap. So I think our biggest advice, even though it is not traditional, is move in with your significant other before you get married, before you tie the knot, because I promise you, in the first couple of months, you're gonna know, like, oh my god, I really love him, or oh my god, I gotta get out of this relationship. And I feel like you should not feel guilty, because feelings are not meant to stay forever. And also, if it's not the right person, then it's just not the right person. And I feel like if you said that he didn't do anything, but maybe it's you don't like the way he does something at the house, or you don't like the way he, I don't know, there's something, because I feel like you also can't fall out of love for no reason, right?
Yeah.
And if you
because I'm pretty gross sometimes, and it's not like you stopped loving me, right?
Exactly. And I feel like it would be torture, not only for you but for him, because what if one day, like, you would just explode and you're like, it's because I haven't, like, have feelings for you for 6 months already, and blah blah. You're gonna hurt him so much more by staying in the relationship when you know it's already over on your end, than if you sit him down and be like, look, this is just not going to work out for me, I'm so sorry, but I have to go. I feel like you just have to do it right now, because if you know it's over and nothing is going to change, you're not going to magically fall back in love with him. You're not going to, I just feel like you're prolonging the hurt. So I don't know, it's also June. Do you think she should wait till the lease is over?
No, look, she asked us for advice, and this is the best advice I can come up with.
Okay.
Sit down, and if it's like physical things that are bothering you about him and that not make you want to, renew that lease, like him leaving his calzones in the bathroom or stuff like that, then you obviously talk about it. And if he's going to be like, because if it seems that he loves you still and he really loves you and you're the one falling out of love, he's going to change that really quick. He's going to be like, oh shit, sorry babe, like I didn't even notice that. Because it's not really fair, like Blanca said. You explode, and then you bring this up at the very end when he probably would have changed it on his own. You know what I mean? But then if it's something, like out of love, maybe it's something he's doing también. You know what I mean? So sit down and really talk about it with him, because he doesn't, if he genuinely is doing it without even knowing, then I feel like he deserves
an explanation
before you just blow up on him in November. And it's like, I don't want to renew. He's like, what? I thought it was all right,
Yeah, because, as you said, he's in love with you. He's probably planning for the future and, planning for a proposal, planning to marry you and have kids with you. So I feel like you definitely have to talk to him. And I think this is going to be our advice all the time. You have to really think about, like, can I live without this person? Like, if I break up with him, am I going to end up regretting it a month later? Is it because I just want to go and, like, be free and have fun and hang out with my girls? Or you have to really dive deep inside of yourself and be like, am I really falling out of love with him, or do I feel like my freedom is compromised? Do I feel like I can't be myself anymore? Do I feel like I can't go out anymore? And I feel like that's when you are going to realize what the core reason is that you aren't falling out of love with him. And if there's something that you guys can work out, and something that maybe you realize, like, oh, I just gotta let him know that I want to have my own time and go out with my friends and do this and that, I feel like you can save yourself a lot of pain by that way. But if it's not going to work, I feel like he still needs an explanation, and you still need to really think about how you're going to give him the explanation and see if he can change what he's doing wrong, or if you just simply fell out of love and that's it. You just want to go your own ways.
More going on the La Suegra stuff, because there's a lot of, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it, babe. You're blessed, because How does it feel to have a good relationship with your
In-laws?
in-laws?
I always say the same thing. I'm freaking blessed, and it's my biggest flex. Not only that I have a good relationship with my in-laws, that you have a good relationship with my parents, and that both of our parents have a good relationship with each other. So I feel truly, truly bad for these monster in-law stories.
Yeah, so here it goes. Here's what's going on. Okay, so I don't know if I'm acting crazy, so I need advice. My husband and I pay attention to this first part, babe. My husband and I just got married like 3 months ago, but we've been together for 6 years and got our own home. And I just found out he gave my suegra a pair of spare keys que porque just in case of an emergency, which I didn't even know this whole time she had them. But okay, I get it. It's fine to that point of view, but my husband is that her and I are not even close, and my husband like always literally is always texting her like casi se echa un pedo y le dice, I feel like he brought her into our marriage, and with him giving her the keys to her house just took it to another level. I know she won't come and dig into our stuff or anything, but ella ya tuvo su turno of having her own home and that whole process, but I'm so frustrated with it. No sé qué hacer. What do you guys have to say? Estoy loca. Thank you and saludos a ti, Jonathan. My faves.
Okay. So she didn't say that maybe she comes over whenever she wants, or that she comes when they're not home and goes through their stuff, right?
It's just emergencies, I'm assuming.
Okay. I see where he's coming from with giving her the key for emergencies, and that's actually really smart, because if you lose your keys, you know you have one with your mom. I just don't know where she's coming from, where she's mad at it.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes, babe. And remember I told you to pay attention to the beginning? Yeah. She said, we've been married for 3 months, but we've been together for 6 years. Normal. But then she said, me and her aren't even close like that. So you're telling me you've been together with your husband for 6 years, but you didn't know him and his mom are pedo y pedo until now.
Good point.
You should have known where this was going 6 years ago, girl, and how the relationship he was with his mom.
And just because you got married, you could have not been like, it's magically going to stop. She's magically going to stop talking to him. He's magically going to stop talking to her. Guys, we cannot say this enough. If you have problems before you get married, marriage isn't going to magically make them go away. And I feel like if you knew that he was like this with his mom, which I feel like, how could you not? You had to have talked about this before you got married, because that little small problem maybe that you had in the relationship, you're like, oh, whatever, when we get married, it's going to go away. It's not going to go away, and it can potentially also be the reason you guys get a divorce. Like, we've said this so many times. Yeah, so as much as we want to give, our subscribers because we appreciate the support, we love you. So we're saying this with love. Don't take my tone for your suegra's right. No, obviously I would kind of be a little, like, oh, but both her mom and my mom have a key. So we're telling you from experience, both her mom and my parents have a key to this house we're in right now. Yep. We trust them. We love them. There's nothing that I could ever be like, wow, we shouldn't have given your mom a key. With that being said, I'm not saying that you're overreacting, not at all. But I think in this situation, there are a little bit more pros than cons. You lose a key, your suegra has one. You said she's never came in and, dug through your shit. That's another pro, because if she's never giving you a reason not to, then why even bring it up? Mm-hmm. Second, de que él, tu husband y ella anden, pedo y pedo, and they're really close. That's beautiful. Yeah. I sometimes regret not having a close relationship with my mom like that. I wish I could just call her up and tell her that something happened in my day. I get where it can be annoying, because it seems like you're a little bit jealous of her mom because they're so close or whatever. But then that again should have brought, like Julissa said, that should have been brought up before marriage. Yeah, and I feel like maybe if you feel like you guys are gonna fight and he's telling her about it right away, you can talk to him about them. Be like, if you can tell him, I don't have a problem with you talking to your mom all day, texting her every day, but please leave our relationship problems in our relationship. Don't tell her about it. Don't tell anybody about it, because you don't like that, right? Also, like Jonathan said, I don't feel like her having a key is gonna hurt you guys in any way, shape, or form. If anything, it's gonna help you if there's ever an emergency. You might be overreacting a little bit, and I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that, but if she has never come over unannounced and opened the house just because she can, and she's never came and dug through your stuff when you guys aren't home, I just really feel like there is no reason you should be upset at this.
Yeah, girl. Obviously, you respected the fact that we told you to make the email short and sweet. So we might be missing out on stuff like, yeah, she's a total B word and stuff like that. And we could have missed something like that. So obviously, you know, don't, because I feel like we don't want you to be like, oh, you guys are being mean, you're taking my suegra side. But obviously, pa que vean que advice is advice.
Yeah.
¿Sí me entienden?
And it's just, we're just giving advice on specifically what the email said. Maybe
so
we're missing something.
For missing something, you know, go ahead and shout out a part 2 if we're not. And I hope you take this the nice way and you're like, you email us back and you're like, wow, like, Jonathan, you're like, you know, you guys made this sound okay. You know, I'm a little bit more comfortable with knowing that my mother-in-law has a key, you know?
Yes.
Hopefully you take it that way. If not, then, you know, cuss us out. Then, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we're open for you to
swing hands,
to throw hands in the comments. Also, you guys leave your comments and let us know what maybe you have a monster-in-law and she has a key, and maybe you deal with the fine because it's for emergencies, or maybe you think that your husband should have never given her a key. But to be honest, I just don't see anything wrong with that. And if maybe I'm missing something, please let me know, and then maybe I can change my advice. We have a couple of hot girl summer questions, and I'm just gonna summarize them all and let you know, if you want to have a hot girl summer and there's a guy that is in your DMs asking you to go out and asking you to do this, I feel like it's too early in the summer for you to leave your hot girl summer ways. I feel like you guys should have fun during summer, especially because these summer relationships, summer flings usually don't work out at the end, and you guys probably might break up by fall time. So I feel like you should just enjoy your hot girl summer, even if you're in a relationship. I feel like you can have a hot girl summer even if you're married. So yes, pertaining to the hot girl summer questions, don't DM back any guys. Have fun with your girls. If you're in a relationship, go and have fun with your husband and your guys' friends. But just don't get into a committed relationship during summer, because I just feel like it's too hot outside to be in a committed relationship, or to start one, you know?
Damn, babe, you really out here. You kind of said that with a little emotion, like like you wish you were having a hot girl summer.
I am having a hot girl summer, babe, but that's the difference, because
Just
you
kidding.
like to go out with our friends and we like to do stuff, you know? Like, yeah. I feel like when we got married, we didn't just like right away go to Señor and Señora life, and we didn't stop going out drinking. We didn't stop going out to bailes. We still take trips here and there, and we go out, have like this tradition of going out to find garage sales every single Saturday. So I feel like if you're in a relationship and you feel stuck and you feel like, oh, I wish I was having a hot girl summer, then you have to do something about it and talk to your mans and be like, hey, I really want to go out on double dates. I really want to go out for drinks. I want to go out and get drunk on mimosas at brunch. Like, you have to do things like these, because then I understand why you want to have a hot girl summer, but you can have one when you're in a relationship, you know? But I'm just saying, like, why would you get in a committed relationship during summer, you know?
I mean, yeah. No, I mean, love is love, babe.
I understand, babe.
Like, if that guy would have messaged her in November, like, oh, it's not summer, you know, it's okay to go into cuddle season. Like, what does summer have to do? You can go to the bar in December.
Because some guys, así tienen, some guys are like that, babe. Like, maybe your toxic ex-boyfriend is coming back into your life during summer because he doesn't want you to have a hot girl summer. He doesn't want you to have fun. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But
I'm
if it's a new guy,
like if you meet a new guy out, then yeah,
new guy.
Yes, definitely.
You know, because there's a lot of cool stuff to do in the summer with that guy. Mm-hmm. And if you trust that guy, you can get blackout drunk at a bar and know that someone there is taking care of you.
Only if you trust him, girl. Don't be getting blackout drunk with Tinder guys.
Yeah, I think that was it for this podcast, no, babe?
Yes. Again, if you guys want us to answer your advice,
yeah, and if you've already advice,
if you want us to answer your emails, please make them super short, summarize them the best you can. Don't leave any important details out either, and use bullet points, because that is exactly how you're gonna get these emails.
And if you've sent some already, guys, don't be embarrassed to just send it again, but shorter.
Summarize.
Because guys, it's not like, put yourself in our shoes. Like, these are like, you scroll down a lot, and I wish, but like reading them, and especially our kindergarten level reading, like we would take 30 minutes reading some of these. Like, they're long. So it's not that we don't want to. It's like, let's fit more in, you know? Because
Yeah.
look, we just read 3 short ones. Ya se pasaron 35 minutes.
I'm here for the tea, girl. Honestly, I really am. Just
Yeah.
summarize that tea. Like, if you have to make a summary on a huge book, that's literally what we're asking for. Just don't miss out any of the important details. And we promise you we will read the emails. But yeah, spillthebeansjj@gmail.com if you want to send in your emails. And what else do you have to say to them, babe?
Yeah, guys. We have really, I know a lot of you guys have been asking for, for merch and other stuff. Just know that we're coming out something for very exclusive for this podcast. Very nice, very cool. And just because, of series of events that have happened, we haven't been able to come out with it earlier, but hopefully by next week. So tune in. So yeah, let us know, guys. Let us know anything what you want us to talk about. If you want to bring back the funny stuff we used to talk about, like reading confessions and stuff, let us know.
Yep. Let us know. And
and then remember the podcast I told you guys I was going to make with my friends about conspiracies, deeper stuff, boy talk, girl talk. That's going to be coming out very soon, guys.
girl talk.
Yeah, like how boys think in regards to girls. So girls, even though you think it's like a group of guys doing a podcast, you can learn a thing or two to get through Man Crush Monday.
Without further ado, that's it for this beautiful Friday podcast. Have an amazing day and an amazing weekend, and we will see you
When
next
we
Friday.
see you.
Okay, vas a ver.